everyone, welcome to UAT Time within the United Countries Special by First Ukraine. You can find us on the frequencies available on our website, firstua.com. I'm Sergey Velichanskiy.
And I am Olivier. Vedrine. UAT Time is dedicated to bring Ukraine and Europe closer to each other by introducing the Velichanskiy to the rest of the world.
The Ukrainian Fashion Week just took place in Kyiv, and it is a good proof that no aggression and no political maneuvers are able to stop a normal life of Ukrainians.
Our guest today is Marysia Tomashevska, top model and public figure.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you that you have invited me in this fashionable studio at First National Ukraine.
Yes, so we are going to talk about fashion today.
Yeah.
And so, yes, thank you for the compliment of this fashionable studio.
Yes, a little bit vintage.
Vintage, yes.
Vintage, yeah.
Yes.
A little bit, yes.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about the Ukrainian Fashion Week. First of all, I know it's not the first one and definitely not the last one. And so, how was it?
It's very difficult to tell that Ukrainian fashion is well known all over the world, but if you know, there is very difficult moments in our country, and our fashion is traditionally try to be well known, try to be famous, and try to show people all over the world that we are strong and that we are a stylish nation, and that we have interesting ideas concerning it. And there are a lot of new names on the Fashion Week, and a lot of new names outside of Fashion Week. A lot of different interesting designers who create interesting clothes. And we know that Ukrainian fashion is relatively stable concerning nowadays things. And it's better to say that on the catwalks we can see a lot of interesting fashion ideas and a lot of increasingly interesting ideas. So it should be noted that in terms, there are a lot of business projects concerning Ukrainian fashion, and my friend Natalia Komarnitska is a manager of business, fashion business in our country. She organizes a lot of interesting projects because we need to develop our fashion industry abroad, and it's very
Come
important.
back to the beginning. We have Ukrainian Fashion Week,
Yeah.
and we are in difficult times.
Yeah.
For me, I think this is also a way of resistance, and this is also a way to support the unity of Ukraine. During the Second World War in London, they continued to live, to go to party, and to have their own business. And in Ukraine, this is the same. Ukraine is in war.
Yeah.
Well, it's like this. Most of the soldiers...
But we are talking about fashion.
Yes, but fashion is a way of resistance also. You continue to show your culture, your designer, and your fashion.
The thing is this, that most of the soldiers that are fighting for freedom, for Ukraine, they want to make sure that Ukrainians maintain their life.
Remember our friend, Kosub.
Yes.
He said that to us.
Yes.
I was on the front line because I want Ukraine to continue to live.
Yes, exactly.
And that's exactly what the Fashion Week is doing now.
Well, one thing that I've always wanted to ask is, what does it mean to be a model?
To be model, it's a difficult profession. Model is a usual personality. First of all, it's important for a model to be personality, to be clever, to be kind, and to be attractive.
Well, why would you say personality? Like, what I'm saying is, they make the models look the way the designers want. They, in my mind, they don't want the models to be personalities. They want them to be alike, just as long as they're shaped in a certain way.
But the paradox.
But when they with the makeup, they make them the way
Yes,
they want.
yes, but the paradox, Sergey, is that all the very well-known top model, they have a big personality. Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford.
Okay, but there are few.
There are a few, but
Alexandra
because they have
Olenik,
big
Natasha
personality.
Hatzi.
But there are few. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, there are few,
trying to say. That those that are very well known, yes,
They have big
those are the ones.
personality.
But the others, they might be, doing good in business, but so
It's good
Most
for
of them,
designer, for his PR, yeah, to be a personality.
okay.
If you are a model, it's very important to know a lot of interesting, to be interesting for the humanity, for the people around you, to be interesting for journalists. It's very important who was the first face of his collection, who finished his collection on the artwork. People must speak about his creative ideas, and they must talk about who was in his clothes.
Please, Marysia,
Yeah.
you have, I think you have to underline a big difference between, I say, classic model
Yeah.
that don't care about the personality, and about top model, who are like a brand.
Yeah.
Okay, then in the fashion industry, you have the model, and you can see a lot of there are a
Yeah.
lot of défilé, and
They're the
really
same.
nobody care. Okay, and you have the top model,
Top model.
who have
Everybody
their
looks-
personality,
Yeah.
who can talk about fish, they can talk about fashion, they can talk about their own designer, and that's the
so
difference.
the answer that I wanted from you is, why didn't you say it in the beginning? If you have no personality, you will just be one of thousands of
Model,
just
yeah.
typical models, and nobody's gonna know your name. But if you want to be a top model, be a personality.
And me, I only
That
know
was the
top
easier-
model like Marysia. You know?
You can be a top model in a very short term. For the Ukrainian girls, it's possible.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
It's not a problem
So-
to become, because we have clever girls, and our Ukrainian girls really models. Ukrainian models are the best, really. Ukrainian are well known all over
Are
the
the
world.
best where?
In fashion
fashion
industry abroad.
Okay.
Natasha Hatzi, Olga Kurilenko, Alexandra Olenik, Yuliana Dementieva, a lot of names.
I think more than
Alena Osmanova.
50% of top model are Ukrainian during some
Yes.
fashion event, yeah?
Yes, because
Very
a lot of
large part.
Ukrainian girls are they are workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, to be a little bit of workaholic is not a bad thing, in a sense.
Not a bad.
As long as their health doesn't suffer.
Yes. For example, a career of a top model, they start around 15 years old.
15 year.
yeah,
It's
15 years.
13, 15.
13, and,
13 is normal for Asia. When you start, you can come to Asia and to work here like model
In Asia?
in Asia. Yeah.
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 And how long you can be a model or top model? How long? You will stop at 40 years old? Because Naomi Campbell and Cindy
A lot
Crawford, they are...
I know models who are about 60. But
60?
Yeah, but they are models, and they can be faces of different cosmetic brands, etc. It's not a problem. If you are amazing, if you are a personality, if you're
Yes,
interesting,
that's where personality
attractive.
comes
personally
in.
come on. Yeah.
Because
That's why
as
it's
soon
very
as you
important.
grow a bit older, then what can you impress people with?
But if you go to the fashion week, you will see very, very easily and quickly the difference between the model and the top model, between the person who have a personality and the person who have no personality.
Yeah,
Really quickly.
Well, I would say, pretty much in every business, you can have, this would be what makes, there are so many people, even like on TV, those that have personality, they, make good product, they do something interesting and stuff. And those that are not, in no personality, nothing, they're not known for anything, they can't make up their own mind, they can't make their own opinion.
And fashion and design is also a business. Can you talk about that? How you imagine the business in Ukraine and the future of fashion, potential of fashion in Ukraine?
I know a lot of designers, And for me, I would like to note Ukrainian menswear designer Sergey. In his collection, I could find different extravagant costumes with different jewels, but most of them were classical in their forms, and he's very talented designer, and he has a great potential, because when he comes to Paris for a Paris Fashion Week, people know him, know his costumes, his ideas here. That's why we can say that Ukrainian fashion industry has great potential. A lot of, I can say, Lena Prozhonskaya is famous designer in Ukraine, but abroad too. Extravagant coats, extravagant suits are well known abroad, and a lot of critics.
When you talked about Sergey Smolin, we met him on Fashion Week, and I say to him that really he is for me one of the top designer in Ukraine.
Yeah, really top.
One of the top.
One of the top.
Yeah, really.
Really.
You can see the défilé is amazing, really.
Amazing, yeah. He's a very critical person, I know, but I'm impressed of his works, yes. But there are a lot of new names, for example, Otek, new name in fashion industry. Yes, today when Olivier, we met in Hilton Hotel at the Kids Fashion Award, I was in his dress, and I think that it's very cool, because this dress was from leather. I don't like leather. My favorite designer is Stella McCartney, and from Ukrainians I like ethnic. I like Lenka Dats, like Lena Prozhonskaya, Muzichenko Natalia, Chervinska Yana, a little bit ethnic aspects, but his dress is really cool. So, and another, Lana Vedrine, she made a lot of dresses for our Ukrainian singers, our Ukrainian celebrities, for different awards. Tanya Zukovich, new name in fashionable industry.
But where? I want to buy a cloth of Ukrainian designer.
You want to buy a dress?
Yes, for my girlfriend. And where I can find?
Come to showrooms. There are a lot of Ukrainian showrooms.
But do you have some? In Kiev, you have some.
A lot of.
Okay.
Well, I would assume each designer has a showroom.
That's important to say that.
In showrooms, there are a lot of different.
Is Lilia Pustavit still doing performances?
Lilia Pustavit, very cool designer.
She's a legend here, I would say. For so many years, she's been.
You can buy on Krishchatik 15 her clothes.
That's important to know where we can buy.
Weekend showrooms, different.
All right. Something that you mentioned that I'm interested about. What about kids' fashion? How was it, and what was it all about?
Abraham Lincoln said that all principles must be flexible. And the principle in Ukraine, there is principle that kids' fashion is not very important. But I think that we want to have a stylish nation. Really strong Ukrainian nation. We must pay much attention to the style of our children. And yesterday, Olivier, you know, we were at this important event. Marina Chernova invited us here. It was amazing. A lot of different theaters of fashion. Tanya Vasina presented great dresses for the girls. A lot of ethnic clothes for children, and we could see a lot of interesting ideas concerning kids' fashion. And that's why I think that it's a great thought to buy Ukrainian designer clothes, clothes of Ukrainian designers for our children, and to pay much attention to that. because it's very important to have stylish, strong, and interesting nation.
And at the Fashion Week, I saw also not only dress, not only costume, but also accessoires.
Accessoires.
And what about
Accessories,
design, Ukrainian design in accessoires? Do you have some
Different.
different?
You
yeah?
can find different accessories, jewels from wood, different in different aspects for different events, and it's not a problem to find them because every designer has his own designer of jewels, yes, and usually they work with each other. They work together, and it's not.
I was in Arsenal, 2 days ago, and I really like art,
Yeah.
And I saw a stand, a show with a lot of very nice arts, and I tried some of them. And I really like all those accessoires. For me, it's very important, like to have a nice style, like to have some. It's very fashion,
Yeah.
And I saw that in Ukraine you have a lot of designers, yes, about
Yeah, a lot
new
of
accessoires.
because we have a lot of institutes of fashion industry in Kyiv, in Khmelnytsky, in Ivano-Frankivsk, in Lviv. In Lviv, very strong school of it, and in Poltava, in Kharkiv, I know there are some faculties of design. So it's not a problem. We have talented nations, a lot of stylists work abroad. The Institute of Daria Shapovalova, it's another sphere of fashion industry in Ukraine because, as we know, there are two fashion weeks in our country. For example, Kyiv, Mercedes-Benz Kyiv Fashion Days and the Ukrainian Fashion Week, the main catwalk in Ukraine. So they have Daria Shapovalova is the main manager of it. She's a journalist, very famous, talented woman. She created her Institute of Fashionable Industry in Ukraine, and a lot of stylists can practice abroad for different popular designers like Karl Lagerfeld or Tom Ford. So Anton Belinsky is great, I think, is a great designer who breaks through all the principles of Ukrainian fashion, and he is well known in London and abroad too. A lot of.
Can you show what is for you the difference between, you can say, Western Europe and Ukraine for Fashion Week?
A lot of shows in Western Europe usually are held in different places here, but in Ukraine we usually have one catwalk, and now it's something has changed here. It's changing, but usually we have traditionally one catwalk where everybody can come visit with or that fashion show, but abroad it's more popular to organize these fashion shows in some special place. So, and at the same time we can have 2 or 3 fashion shows. That's why it's very difficult for models to change this place to another place to come very fast. It's very difficult.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that in Ukraine there is only one place and one catwalk?
Yeah, in most occasions.
I mean, I still don't get it. Is it bad or is it good that it's
bad.
only...
To my mind, it is bad.
Okay, so the question is why, I mean, for so many years, it's not changing. Is it just a cultural tradition?
But in traditionally, we have one catwalk. As I know that Jean Gritzfeld, Frolov, they organize their fashion show in different places, not in Mistetsky Arsenal, the main catwalk, but a lot of designers, they organize here in Mistetsky Arsenal, the main catwalk.
Okay.
And after them, you can wait 15 minutes and come and visit the next fashion show. It's normal. For model, it's very comfortable for models, yes, but it's not a fashion show. in the whole opinion, it's not a fashion show. Yeah.
All right, let's move on, because I think it's just a matter of styles and preferences. You know, like we always have a tendency, okay, to see that, you know, those things that they do in the West is always better or whatever.
No, it's not better. Or
It's happening in this difficult time. It's happening. So
That's a victory.
they have more experience here.
Yeah, thanks to those that still doing it and never gave up on that. Now, now, could you, you know, we are not, this is not a typical talk show for fashion.
No.
But since we have dedicated this piece right now for this, just go ahead and tell us all the truth about the difference between fashion and style. What do you see? What do you think? Like, who is fashionable, who is stylish?
Fashion is changeable thing.
Yeah.
But style is for the years. Yeah.
I am style or fashion.
So yeah.
You provoke me.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We know that, you know, there is one has to be
You're
cute.
different.
One has to be
but
cute.
very
One
cute.
has to be smart. So it's all right. It's all right. So
I know that
don't worry.
style is, it means to be modesty. Yeah, modesty is decorated like a Cartier, and I think it's very important to have a harmony between style and fashion.
Okay.
So it's line, soft line.
You know, I am not a fashion expert, but I think the style
But
is...
you like fashion shows,
Yes,
you know?
I like fashion, really.
Yeah.
What man wouldn't like fashion shows?
I really like. No, but I really like costume, accessoire, and all this world of fashion.
Sure. So the next show you need to host is the fashion show, right? Okay.
No, nobody will invite
All right.
me to
Well, we've got a couple of minutes left. What are your plans? What can we expect in the future? What can be expected that you would be involved in? And
Now I'm finishing my studying at the university. I'm future diplomat.
okay.
And for me, it's more important to find really my future way. And I need to finish my 5th course. Maybe it will be abroad university, because really I want to develop in a serious way. Serious. I want to study at the course of international relations abroad.
Okay.
Maybe it will be concerning a little bit with PR or journalistic. But for me, modeling is important too.
Yeah.
I think that I can compare these two spheres a little bit. I like to be involved in different charity events.
Okay.
And I think that it's very good for a person to know what she wants.
Sure.
And as and that's and I
She
think
speak
that
French also.
Yeah. All right.
little bit.
Okay. Well, we wish you all the best. We wish you to find your way and be successful in all the things that you do. All right.
Yeah.
So time is up,
Oh,
as always, unfortunately. But this time we've dedicated
to
these
fashion.
25 minutes to fashion and the real life that's happening in Ukraine, in spite of all
That's
the
important.
struggles. So it was United Country, UAT time by First Ukraine. Our guest was Marysia Tomashevska, top model and public figure.
Olivier Vedrine and Sergey Velichanskiy were working for you in the studio. Stay with us and we show to you the real Ukraine.
Thank you for being with us. Have a good day and see you soon.